Hey there, my name's LU, and I'm going to attempt to recreate this wonderful Portuguese dish called Francesinha. It is a sandwich that includes beef. Usually it has linguiça or pork sausage, and also includes smoked ham. Um, It is on toasted bread, and then it has a tomato sauce that it is drenched in, and then at the top of it all, there's, if you can see, there's an egg. So we're gonna attempt to make this recipe for you, and here's some of those ingredients. I'm using Catavino, it's with catavino.com, and they have this Portuguese recipe here. So these are my ingredients. For the sauce, we'll be using some beef bouillon cubes, cornstarch, some tomato paste, bay leaves. It's going to have some pepper. It calls for some beer, and the all famous port from Portuguese wine. Again, this is California port, but you can find any Portuguese wine. Here is some bread for the sandwich, some nice cuts of meat. Couldn't find any linguiça, but we do have some pork sausage here, and some smoked ham. Here's some milk to add to that sauce. They also have some salt. And let's get going. Okay, so we're gonna start our sauce. We're gonna get a small bowl, add some milk, about a quarter cup, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and we're going to stir this until there's no lumps. Cool, so we've gotten all the lumps out of that. See right there, that is not lumpy. The recipe now calls to set that aside. And now we're going to work on the rest of that. We're going to get 2 tablespoons of butter and put that into a small saucepan, and then we're going to melt it down and start the sauce. Okay, so we've added our milk, some tomato paste to the butter that's been melted. Now we're going to add 12 ounces of beer. It's a lot of beer. You can hear it fizzing. And then quarter cup of port wine. We'll also add all the other spices at this time to this sauce, and we'll set it aside. And then next thing you know, we'll have great sauce. And I'm gonna make the rest of the food, grill up the meat, and then we'll get it all put together. Okay, so I've put the sandwich all together. We got our cheese on top, some sausage, some steak, and then there's some ham in there too. All right, and we put some the sauce all over this here. Bring it all together. I don't know if you can see me doing it. There we go. The sauce. Oh, the sandwich came apart. There we go. But I use a little ladle. Pour the sauce all over, like so. I'm gonna put it in the oven. And we'll show you how it turns out. Alright, here's our finished product. Got a fried egg there on the top. Got a melty, cheesy, little beautiful thing here. There's some steak in there, some sausage, some ham. Now, Portugal is known to having a lot of meats, and so this is why they're like a very meat heavy. They have a meat heavy diet, and this dish right here just shows you, what that diet entails. The actual recipe called for like a big stack of bread. It's too much bread. I wouldn't be able to finish that. But we do have an amazing sandwich here. The sauce is light. You can't taste any of the alcohol or the beer. And let me dig in. That is delicious. All the meats, they blend together. Spices. I mean, it's not an original Francisca from Portugal, but I can totally get the idea of how great it would be to buy one over there. Everything is so good. The sauce from the recipe was perfect. Really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So one important fact about the recipe, one very important ingredient is port wine. Port wine originates from Portugal. It is one of their most famous wines. And according to winetourismportugal.com, port wine came to be, as it says here, originated by the need to preserve the wine from the long journey from Douro Valley to Porto and then to England, end quote. And that is how port wine originated. It is again, it is one of the most important wines of Portugal. And another awesome brief history point. Before the 15th century, I believe there wasn't any tomatoes in Portugal. According to goldlibson.com, Portugals weren't taken to Europe until Prince Henry, the navigator, went around the world and brought some back to Europe. Again, that's according to goldlibson.com.